Shalom to my brothers and sisters in the body of Yahushua HaMashyah. And today the Most High gave me a message in my dreams that I'm sharing with you now. So here's the message. In my dreams, he had me to dream about seven times. And he had me go back into this verse when I woke up from my dream. I need for you to turn to Leviticus chapter 16, verse 14. Verse 14, and he shall take of the blood of the bullock and sprinkle it with his finger upon the mercy seat eastward. And before the mercy seat shall he sprinkle of the blood with his finger 7 times. So in my dream, he gave me the meaning what that 7 times mean. You know, the number 7 is a holy number, for it means perfection, and it also means rest. For we know in the 7th day of creation, which is the 7,000 year of creation, is the day when Yahuwah rests and made that his Sabbath day. And in return, we are to keep the Sabbath day of the lunar week. Okay? So we know the number 7 stands for perfection and rest. And the person who represents the number 7 is Yahushua HaMashyah. Okay? Now, instantly when I read this verse, a precept came to my mind to go along with this verse. But before we leave the screen, I need for you to look at verse 14. And the key words are eastward 7 times. And we know the mercy seat represents Yahuwah's throne room. But look at the word eastward and 7 times. Now we'll go to the precept. Turn with me to Matthew chapter 24, verse 27. And I'm going to read 27 to 28. For as the lightning coming out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. This is very important, my people. Let me read this verse again. For as the lightning coming out of the east, and shining even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Remember in the verse 16, Leviticus chapter 16, verse 14, where the high priest had to sprinkle the blood eastward before the mercy seat, the Son of Man, which is Yahushua HaMashyah, will come out the east. Verse 28, for wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Now I'm going to take you to the precept to verse 28 because there's been a great misunderstanding about what that verse means. Turn with me to Luke chapter 17, and we're going to read the last verse of that chapter, which is 37. And they answered and said unto him, where, master? And he said unto them, wheresoever the body is, thither will the eagles be gathered. I highly recommend that you read this whole chapter of Luke 17 because it's dealing with the taking. It's dealing with the redemption. For we know this is the season for Yahushua HaMashyah to return. The signs are here, my people, and we have the confirmation now. Yahushua HaMashyah told us to what? Watch and pray. Watch and pray. Please read Revelations chapter 12. Also read Hebrews chapter 11 verse 16 and Psalms chapter 27 verse 5. Please read those chapters. Only the children of Yahuwah will understand what I'm saying and will understand this message that Yahuwah gave me. When you read Leviticus chapter 16 verse 14, then read Matthew chapter 24 verse 27 to 28, and the precept for 28 is Luke 17 verse 37. For we know our redemption is nigh, my people, for this is the season for the King of Kings to return, and that is Yahushua HaMashyah. Continue to preach the gospel that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Make sure the people receive salvation as written in Romans chapter 10, verse 8 to 13, and baptize them in the name of Yahushua HaMashyah. Shalom.